Over here at North Shore Landings, this is the follow-up of our travel resort of America's sales tour. We are redeeming our, I guess 3 nights of our 21 nights of free RV camping. And so some of the amenities that they have here are these pavilions that I guess you can put like tables in it, or there's picnic tables in this one. This is non-peak season, so I can imagine maybe it's a little bit more set up as the weather heats up. I think that's laundry over there in that blue caboose, and we have a pool and a playground I'll show you in a second. Riding around on their golf carts. Zinni's really enjoying running around in the grass. So I think they told me this was laundry. This campground kind of has like a railroad theme, but they have not really kept up with the cabooses, and a lot of them are not in use anymore. There's a pool that opens Memorial Weekend. That's when most pools here in Georgia open for the summer season. There's the clubhouse. They're having a Sunday morning church right now. But in the clubhouse, I'll show you in a second, there's books and magazines and puzzles and a TV. Then outside you can see there's tables, and last night they had a fire going in their fire pit. That's our little camper up there. As you can see, we're right next to the clubhouse, so you'll have to listen to my podcast about that experience. But it was fun. We were told we were the talk of the trailer park. There's about 20 full-time residents here, and they were all curious about this little micro camper that we have. So they all came by to say hi as they were on their way to their Saturday night potluck dinner and karaoke night. So here's the playground. I mean, the whole caboose idea is a cute idea, but it's a little bit run down. There's a slide, a couple of swings, and then these are the railroads cabooses that I think used to be available for rent, but they're not working now. But it's cute. There's 20 over there, I-20, but even though the highway's really close, you don't hear the cars too much, so it's not a deterrence from being here. They also have a train that runs through here. We heard it last night. We haven't heard it yet today, so we'll see when that goes through, and it might be neat to see the train go over the bridge. And so, yeah, this is just one of the views. This is the view from the playground. And I had to fight for this bit of view that we got when we first got here. They put us on a site that wasn't too attractive, and I kept pushing so we can get somewhat of a view, but we had to give up some privacy for that. And I was told they are doing some renovations, so if you choose to come here, maybe about the time you come, it's a little bit in better condition. But all in all, it's just great to be on the lake, and everyone's been so friendly. People are out walking their dogs and fishing, and I'll take you to the pier in a second. Here's my little camping crew right here, and they have quite a few cornholes on the property, or you can just use it how she did it, as a little jumping springboard. The pollen is out, but luckily for the past 2 months I've been drinking some local honey. I make a tea of it. I put honey, a little bit of hot water, and lemon in it, and that's kind of inoculated me to our local pollen, so I'm not having quite the reaction. But right now I'm going to walk over to the pier and show you the view from there. So here, I believe these are kind of the permanent residential spots, and then they do have some rentals, and part of the tour was looking at the rentals, and they were cute. We'd definitely be interested in renting one as a family once we use our 2 vouchers and won't be able to camp here. Right now it's partially a KOA, so it's open to the public, but I do know the KOA is leaving and it's going to be a fully private resort. But one way you can visit is through going through their sales tour, and I think if you do the sales tour with them directly, You get 3 nights here, which is worthwhile. You know, Lake Oconee is beautiful. It's about an hour and a half from Gwinnett, and you know, depending on where you live in Atlanta, maybe up to 2.5 hours drive for you. These are some of the campers. They have that cute little tiny house that I'm approaching. They have a nice Airstream coming up, and it's always so cool to see everyone's camp set up. That's one of my favorite parts of walking the campgrounds. So now we are by the pier, and you see there's some spots here. These are your full connections, your sewage, your water, your electric. Some have the little deck and the picnic table. Not all the sites have that here, and it's really, you really won't know until you get here unless you're able to ask for something specific, like this is site 11. But some sites are not paved, some do not have decks or picnic tables, some are only partial, and there's a few tent sites as well. This one's right on the pier, and I hear these fill up quickly. With our free vouchers, we're only allowed to book up to 30 days in advance, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get one of these sites when we come back. So I'm by the tent sites here, and I was telling Jonah, you know, our camper is really made for just 1 or 2 people, maybe 3 people, you know, if it's a mom, dad, and a baby. But we should do some type of combo where we bring the tents for the kids, because, you know, there's electric out here. You know, they all seem to have picnic tables and grills. So this way, you know, they can bring their friends and they kind of can feel a little bit independent from us. And there was someone out here tent camping last night. So, you know, this could be very doable where we reserve a few tent pads in addition to like an RV site, which I think they're permanent residents right there. So at the tent sites, you know, you're right here, you're on the lake, you get the view. So, you know, these aren't bad at all. Stairway to help you get up and down it. Here, this is one of like the tiny houses that they have for rent. And I think they say they sleep like maybe 5 people, where, you know, you got 2 in the downstairs bed, and the couch folds out into a bed, and then there's a loft bed for probably like 2 more. So yeah, so these are all the different types of sites, and then there's some closer to the front office that are not on the lake at all. But when we camp, we come for the lake. That's one of the reasons why we like camping, is to be in such close proximity to nature. A lot of people have golf carts here, so this is what draws us. And they have boat slips for rent, and a bench out there. A lot of people were out here fishing yesterday, and it was nice talking to everyone who was camping here for the weekend. It's St. Paddy's Day weekend. And they have a small beach over there. I'll walk closer in a second. And tons of, you know, boats. So this is a great place to come if you like fishing, you like nature. And you know, we did the video yesterday with us at the Ritz, and I just think it kind of reminds me of my childhood. Like, we would always say like Bankhead, Buckhead. If you're from the Atlanta area, you know that, where Bankhead's kind of, you know, your more humble area, and then Buckhead's your ritzy area. So this is like our Bankhead, Buckhead experience, kind of, where we had the Ritz yesterday, and now we're just here, just meandering on the lake, you know, hanging out in our trailer. So yeah, so now I'm going to walk closer to the beach and kind of give you an idea of what that is.